Tuesday, November 2nd edition of the Carolina Weather Video. I'm meteorologist Matthew East, and a cool week continues to unfold for us. We had highs ranging from around 60 in the Triad to the mid-60s in Charlotte yesterday. I think today, several degrees cooler. Let me show you the overall setup. There's, first of all, there are the 4 a.m. Eastern Time temperatures. A couple of items to note here. Pretty chilly air from the Great Lakes and the northern Plain states into the New England states, and that cooler air continues to get pushed into our area from the northeast. Also notice pretty mild air here in eastern Texas, Louisiana, into the lower Mississippi Valley. That's where there's some pretty good shower and thunderstorm activity this morning. But we're going to stay on the cool side of things this week. Unlike last week where we had all that unstable air surging north and fueling the tornadic threat, this week the northeast winds continue, and that's going to keep us chilly and stable in terms of the overall atmosphere. This is the upper air chart today. All those thunderstorms off to our west with this feature. And what's going to happen is that feature will combine with this diving down into the eastern United States. And the result will be something like that by the time we get late into Thursday. And exactly how those two features interact will determine a lot of the specifics later this week. But basically, the northern stream energy will absorb this southern stream energy and make a pretty potent system here in the eastern part of the United States. And by the time we get to Saturday morning, that's how the overall setup is looking on the GFS. And the other models are now fairly similar this morning. Speaking of the GFS, here you go. Classic cold air damming configuration. High pressure, 1032 high, moving into the New England states, wedging down here the eastern side of the mountains. There's all the thunderstorms off to our west. We'll stay dry today, but a lot of that high-level moisture in the way of some clouds riding up and over the wedge, so we'll see some filtered sunshine today. Highs anywhere from the mid to upper 50s to at most lower 60s for the Piedmont today. Tomorrow, I'll begin to mention the chance of some rain spreading in from the south. Now, again, there's still some details to iron out, but we should see an area of low pressure develop here along the coast, and that will pump enough moisture inland to bring in the chance of some rain by tomorrow afternoon. And the highs will be in the 50s in most sections. In the Piedmont, Thursday, I should say Wednesday night into Thursday, the rain chances continue. For the western Piedmont, probably Thursday morning, but all day once you get, say, I-95 and points east. And then a big-time shot of colder air settles in behind that system. Friday looks like a breezy day, a day with cold air advection, that next cold air mass blowing in. Could be some snow flying up in the North Carolina mountains and the mountains of the Virginias. Friday around the Piedmont should be dry, but chilly, highs upper side of the 50s and pretty breezy, and then we're set up over the weekend for some light freeze potential Saturday morning and especially Sunday morning. High pressure over Mississippi Saturday, a lot of sun, high Saturday, probably only low to mid 50s, and then Sunday morning we start off probably sub-freezing across much of the region, and high Sunday back into the upper 50s to lower 60s with lots of sunshine, and we will see some milder air by Monday and Tuesday of next week with highs well on up into the 60s. In the tropics, Tomas is the tropical weather story we're following. Yesterday we had all the convection displaced well to the east of the center, but now the center is getting wrapped around by this pretty good convection, and that means that some strengthening is a good bet. Here's the computer model forecast intensities, and again, this is going through time. This is the hurricane threshold right there. And most of the modeling does get Tomas up into the hurricane status once again. In terms of track guidance, still pretty good agreement here that this is going to bend off to the north in time, making a run toward Hispaniola. Maybe as far west as eastern Cuba, but more likely either Hispaniola or the waters between Cuba and Hispaniola, and then out to sea in the Atlantic Ocean. All right, that is it for this Tuesday edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.